everyone, my name is Nikhil Abraham and I'm currently studying in the 11th grade at Global Indian International School. The minute you finish 10th grade, everyone starts asking you, what do you want to do in college? What do you want to do in life? I've been facing the same problem, and even though I have a broad idea of what I want to do, it gets a bit difficult to narrow down on the specifics. So, I heard that there are others on the same boat too, and I created this platform Unmajored, where I conduct interviews with various professionals so that the information shared benefits not just me but everyone else out there who have the same problem. For today's interview, we have with us Dr. Sonal Dasani. Let me give you a brief introduction to her. She has done a master's and PhD specializing in plant physiology and biotechnology from Saurashtra University, Gujarat. She then worked as assistant professor in life sciences from 2003 to 2017. She then shifted to Singapore, where she became a full-time learner exploring various MOOC platforms. During this exploration and learning, she understood that there existed a big gap between information available and its effective utilization for education. With like-minded friends, she decided to find a way to minimize this gap so they came up with the idea of PassionEdx, a non-profit organization working for betterment of society and providing online education. So, hi, Dr. Sonal Dasani. It's great having you
Hi,
here today.
Yeah, same here. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So I think I'll start off from your MSc and PhD. Why is it exactly that you chose plant physiology? Basically from a biological background, why is it that you chose plant physiology? There's so many options out there.
So during my master's, I've studied plant physiology as a subject, and I found it quite interesting in the sense it includes biochemistry, it includes a part of genetics, immunology. So I find that if we understand the physiology of plant, we can connect it with a lot of other branches of biology. So that is the reason I chose to do my major with plant physiology.
Okay. So you did your PhD, right? And I think during your PhD you have to do a thesis. I'm just a little curious. What did you do in your thesis?
Okay, so your thesis comprises of the work that you have done. So typically what is expected to do is you write in different chapters. So whatever research you pursued during that 3 or 4 or 5 years, you try to write it down and write it down in the way that someone who's completely say do not know what you worked on will start reading, then they will understand what exactly you've done, how you've done, and what is your conclusion. So when you write it, sum it up in that way, and then compile it, it's called the thesis.
Okay. So it's basically like a summary of what you've done in college and how you've done it, right?
Yes. So if you
Okay.
have read any scientific papers, so thesis is more elaborate form of the scientific paper.
Okay. So later on you moved on to teaching, right? How exactly, what led you to the field of teaching?
One is personal reason, and the other one is I was enjoying research, but then I also wanted to apply that knowledge into the teaching field, so that we can improve the quality of teaching. Like I wasn't exactly satisfied the way I was taught in my undergraduate level, and I really wanted to improve that quality over there.
Okay. So you were the assistant professor for I think around 14 years. So
Yes.
to become a professor, do you need any prior training or certificate or something?
So to become assistant professor, you need either your PhD degree or you need your bachelor's in education degree along with that. And most of the time, I mean, for colleges at present, you need your PhD degree with some publications in reputed scientific journals.
Okay.
So even if you're a master, you can apply with some competitive exams called NET and SET, and you can apply for one of these vacancies. But it is always better when you have a PhD degree, you have more chances to get through.
So I heard you taught. I think I've read that you taught bioinformatics sometime. Uh,
Yes.
for me, I'm keenly looking into the subject right now, and would it be possible to give us a little bit of information about what exactly the subject is?
You're saying bioinformatics, is it?
Yeah, bioinformatics.
Bioinformatics. Okay. So basically, think of the era when Human Genome Project was successful, right? In somewhere in 2001 to that time. So once the Human Genome Project was published, and then we have like plethora of data, genetic data available. Now we had
Okay.
so much of data that it was completely impossible to do it manually, because Human Genome Project, if you just keep on writing down the sequence of DNA, which is there in human being, your one lifetime is not
Yeah,
enough.
it's very long. Yeah.
So to understand, make some sense of data, we need to make use of some machines. So bioinformatics basically combine this knowledge of biology with information
Okay.
technology. So we make use of information technology to make sense of biological data. So that is where the subject of bioinformatics was born.
Okay. So, from what I understood, I think it's basically using, I think, computational ways to, uh, help infer the data better and uh,
Yes,
do
to
whatever you
understand
like.
biological data.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Uh, so I just thought, you taught for so long, right? I mean, it must be so great what you're doing. What are some of the positive or rewarding sensations you get, when you teach other people?
uh, First and foremost is extremely satisfactory job. So when you teach someone else and the student is going ahead and making use of that knowledge, they are doing something really well for themselves. It's really satisfactory as a teacher.
Okay.
Second thing, when students come in, that is post 12th, right, and when they go out after pursuing the BSc or MSc, the difference that you see in their maturity, in the way they are presenting themselves, they are behaving,
Yeah.
it's really nice to see the transformation during those years. And it
Okay.
feels good when you feel that you are part of the transformation in that process, right, when you are continuously it for education of underprivileged children. So till now we are supporting almost 500 families for their
Wow.
basic food requirement, because they have lost someone who's earning from the family
Mm.
during COVID time, so they don't have any even basic food. We have supported almost 20 kids for their basic fees and educational requirements till now,
Okay.
because whosoever comes to us, we try to assess their requirement whether it is genuine or not. If it is a genuine need, we help them financially.
I think what you're doing is like really a blessing to a lot of children out there, who've gone through tough times during COVID and whatnot.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I just had a
Thank you
quick
so much.
question. What did you do in
Yes,
your undergrad? Was it uh, plant physiology or biotechnology?
I did my BSc, my undergrad, you're asking?
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, I did my BSc in botany, which is plant
Okay, botany.
sciences.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you
But
stick with the same.
I mean, frankly speaking, what you do, once you are in biological sciences, it really doesn't matter. All the branches are so integrated and interconnected that then you can slowly choose what you are interested in.
Yeah, yeah, true. So passion. Coming back to passion edX. What is the vision of this? At the end, like, do you aim to expand and make it bigger and bigger?
Yes, so our idea is to spread the joy of learning. Learning should not be a burden,
Yeah.
it should be fun learning. And that comes only when you leave the exams aside and try to achieve better understanding of the subject. So that's what we are trying. And even in during our classes, we try to emphasize that you have to understand the concept. It doesn't matter what board, what exam you are preparing for. If you have understood the concept, you'll definitely be able to write in your own way. So our
Okay.
idea is education should be available and affordable for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll be closing soon, but is there any advice you have for high schoolers who plan to pursue biology or any biosciences, computational biology or anything else? Do you have any tips on what to do or something like that? Advice?
First of all, just consider that all the subjects are equally good. and
Okay.
all the subjects has enough employable opportunity at present.
Okay.
Earlier it was like that, you become doctor and you become engineer, then only you can do
Yeah.
something, which is no more the case. Jobs are available in all the aspects. The thing is, you have to be the best amongst the crowd, and you
Okay.
can do
Yeah.
it only when your mind and your heart are together.
Okay.
So
And
choose a subject that you really like to read.
yeah. Yeah.
So how do you determine what is your passion of any subject? A simple test. If you say, think about your free time, you have a couple of hours of free time and you have a book rack in front of you. So what subject book you can actually pick up and read, sit down and read. So
Yeah.
that is what really your heart want to. So if you choose that kind of subject where your heart is, you will be able to do better than the crowd. And when you will
Yeah.
be able to do that, you will definitely
Extra
do
information.
good for yourself in future.
Yeah. So, suppose if someone were to have, decided or, like a particular subject, would you recommend them uh, going and doing that for the undergrad, or would you recommend them doing something, broader so that they get a greater idea and then narrowing down?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend to do something broader in the undergraduate and go for specialization in master, because
Okay.
then you'll be able to interconnect the different things which are there. Say, for example,
Yes,
in
true.
biology, say we are interested in bioinformatics, right? But if you
Yes.
start bioinformatics right from undergraduate level, you won't be able to understand the different aspect or why and how it
Mm,
is connecting or how it is applying everywhere. If you have know the fundamentals of biology and then you learn bioinformatics, so you will be able to understand much better in your mind.
okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think we've come to the end now. I think thank you so much for taking your time to come and be with us today.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you so much. It
Yeah,
was
and
nice talking to you.
yeah, I learned a lot today, how the road to becoming, a professor and this great cause that you're actually doing right now. It's
Thank
absolutely
you.
brilliant. And, uh, you know, yeah, everything
Thank
today
you so
is
much.
really insightful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It was nice talking to you and nice to know about Unmajor. All the best for your initiative. It's fantastic thinking and keep doing that.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Nikhil.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. The link for PassionEdx is given down below. Make sure to check it out and share it with whoever needs it.